Alright then, so we've set up a route for the individual post page and we've set up our route parameter right here. So it identifies what variable content we're putting into the route and it grabs that and displays it on the page. Now ideally what we want to do is from the home page link up these different titles right here so that if we click on them it takes us to that individual post page and it shows us that individual post, the content of it. So how are we going to do that? Well, it's pretty simple. What we need to do is surround the title right here with a link tag, and that is going to link us to that separate component. Now, in the to property, we need to pass through as a route parameter the ID of each one of these individual posts. And we have access to those IDs because we output the ID into the key right here, where we said post.id. So all we need to do is surround this thing right here with a link tag. And in the to property of that link tag, we need to say / and then the post ID. So let's do that. First of all, we need to import the link tag from the React router package. So let's do that first of all. Import link from React router done. Okay, so now we can use it down here. So surrounding the span, we'll do a link tag. And we'll come back to the to in a second. So let's close that off like so. Now then, the to is going to be equal to something dynamic because we're going to dynamically input the post ID. So we'll do our curly braces first instead of just putting everything inside a string. We can't hard code a string here like this and say post.id because it will take this literally to mean the string post.id. We don't want that. Instead, we want to combine two things. First of all, we'll combine the /, which is a string, and we'll concatenate that with the post.id. So the result here is going to be something like /1234. Make sense? Okay, so we have that dynamic link sorted now. And if we save this and go to the browser to test it out, now we can see they've changed color. That's just the default styles because links are blue for some reason. So if we click on one of these, we can see at the top, we get that ID and its output to the component. And if we click on a different one, it's a different ID. So now we're linking those up to that component. This is all fine, but inside the post component right here, what we want to do, instead of just showing this ID on the screen, we actually want to go out and grab that individual post data. And we'll do that from JSON placeholder, much like we grabbed all of the posts right here. We're going to do the same thing, but this time grab an individual post. Make sense? Cool. So inside then post.js, this is where we're going to do it. Just after we do this thing right here, we're going to make that request. So since we're making a request and we're going to use axios, we need to import that first of all. So import axios from axios. All right, and then underneath this dude, we need to say axios.get. Then we're going to paste in this URL to go out and get the posts. But then at the end, we want to add on the ID that we grab from the route right here. So we can tack that on. So this right here performs a request to /posts /123 or 5 or 7 or whatever the ID is. And when we make that request to JSON placeholder, it's going to send back a JSON object for that one individual post. So then we no longer need to really store the ID in the state, and instead what I'd like to do is store the individual post that we get back. Now it's going to be null to begin with, but once we've made this request, we can tack on a .then method and update the state because we receive the response and we can use that inside the callback function right here. This is much like we did before when we received all of the posts. So let's delete that. We don't need that one down there anymore, but when this is complete, then we want to update the state to add the post that we get back from this into the state. So we'll say this.set state, and then we want to set the post property, and it's going to be equal to the response.data. Remember, all of the data we get back from the response is on the data property right there. So then now we have that. Let's also just log out so we can see what it looks like, the response. Console.log response. Okay, we no longer want to output this stuff here anymore. So let's delete that and save it and just check this out in a browser. So if we click on one of these, then we can see the response data right there. And we can see inside the data property, we have a body, an ID, a title, a user ID, etc. So now let's output a bit of that information inside this component. So let's get rid of that. And down here inside the template, this is where we want to output the post. Now, first of all, we need to create some JSX for that post. And we need to even check whether that post exists yet. And to do that, we'll use a ternary operator again. So we'll say const post is equal to this dot state dot post question mark. So if this is true, if we have a post in the state and we've set it after this request has been made, then this right here, this will be true. If we don't have a post yet and this has not been made, this request, it's going to be null and falsy. So we'll return something else. So the first thing is going to be for the case of true, then false at the end. So let's do the false case first of all. What do we want to output? Well, we'll just do a div and give that a class of center to centrally align the post. Then we'll say something like loading post ... All right then, so if we have a post, then we'd like to return a larger bit of JSX and output the post details. So let's create a div first of all and give this a class of post. And then after that, we'll do a h4 and this will have a class of center. And inside that, we'll output the title. So we'll say this dot state dot post dot title. All right, so below the h4, we'll output the content. So we'll say p, and then inside this dot state dot post dot body. All right, so we're outputting that there, and now we want to output the post, whatever it is, right here. So if we have a post, then it's going to be this. If we don't have a post, then it will be this. So let's save that and check it out in a browser over here. And now we can see the title and the content. And if we go home and click on a different one, then we get that post right there, etc. All right. So this, my friends, is now all working. But I'd like to show you one thing. What if we go to the contact page? Then we get the contact component, but we also get this component right here. And that's because it's treating this as the same URL as our post page. If you remember, inside our app component, we set up the URL to be / and then post ID. So whatever we put after the /, it would treat as a post ID. So what's to say it shouldn't treat this as a post ID right here? So we need to address this issue of showing this thing right here for the contact page and the about page in the next video.